There's levels to the kingdom. So even though they are all sellouts, you have your grade A like Jesse Lee Peterson and Charles Barkley. And the sad thing about Jesse Lee Peterson is he is too old to be cooning at this point in his life. And the fact that he claims to be a man of God doing the devil's work makes him a total hypocrite.
But Tammi, you know what I just want to add to that, to hear Dr. Umar and the other man to speak this way.
That's Michael.
Is Michael, sorry. To hear Michael and Dr. Umar speak this way is abnormal for men. Normally men, when I was growing up, they had logical mindset. But today's black man has an illogical mindset because he thinks like a woman. He has not overcome the spirit of the woman and returned to the logical mindset.
I know. Umar, hey, he wasn't going to wait for that. I know that will hit him in the chest. Hey, I know that bitch hit him like Mike Tyson, motherfucker. He said, oh, he had to wake up. He just called me. He just compared me to a woman. Hey, that's the one insult you could do to anybody. It don't matter what kind of shield you got up. That insult is going to get you. Let's see what Umar say, man. He couldn't wait for this one. Meanwhile, he said he acted like a woman and he butting in on his conversation mid-sentence like a woman would do. Let's get into it. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Vick Reacts. Bumping at you with a brand new video. Hey, man, today we got a banger, man. We got Jesse Lee Peterson. We got Umar Johnson, man. Look, it sounds like a fire lineup. This is a 2-year-old video. It's not a new video, but some people might not have seen it. I haven't seen it, so I'm reacting to it. Look, Jesse Lee Peterson, we all know he outspoken and he don't back down. Umar Johnson, he outspoken. He don't back down. So this is lining up to be an interesting video, man. If y'all like the intro, be sure to do one thing before we get into the video. Like it, because if you like the intro, you like the video. Comment if you got something to say about the video or me. Subscribe if you're new and forward with the content, man. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Once upon a time, there were slaves in America. That is not happening today, and it wasn't happening when I was growing up in Alabama. This idea that slavery is the cause of the lack of morality for black people is insane. It's just another sign of an illogical mindset. Because when I was growing up, the bathroom was outdoors. Outside bathroom. I had to work the cotton fields and things like that. But it was the character of the man or the woman that counted. And when I was growing up, black people at that time were known to be men and women of character. Today, black people, not all, but most, are known to be men and women who lack character. The world knows that black people are suffering not because of this phony idea of racism, slavery, systemic racism, and all that crap. They know that black people are immoral, that they come from failing parents, and that they hate everybody, and they have no love.
But that's not your story, is it, Reverend?
But they're afraid to tell the blacks.
That's not your story, is it, Reverend Jesse? Is that your story?
No, because I was raised differently. I was raised to treat all in the way that I would like to be treated, to be fair and to be honest, because you're either children of God or children of Satan, and it has nothing to do with the color. And the children of God cannot hang out with the children of Satan because they have their hearts are wicked. And they have illogical mindset. The two men that just spoke, it made no sense. But
so I'd like for you to teach me.
They don't have a logic.
Reverend Jesse, I would like for you to teach me for a moment here.
Yes.
Please break me away from tradition and what I've been taught in the white schools that I've attended that suggest that there was this society in America that wouldn't allow white people and black people to drink from the water fountains. Did the white institutions I attend teach me that wrong, or was that correct? I'm ready to learn from you.
Well, as a matter of fact, when I was growing up, I remember the colors only signs and the whites only signs. But because most black people loved what was right, they loved God, they knew that all white people did not feel that way. It was primarily the white people who belonged to the Democratic Party, and they didn't want blacks to be a part of the Democratic Party. And so that's why the blacks started the Republican Party, because the blacks. So when we dealt with the for black only signs, for white only. Common sense said it wasn't everybody. It was those who serve evil.
But it was majority of the white people. We can agree with that.
No,
right?
it wasn't. It wasn't the majority of black people. It was a few.
I said
black
majority
people.
of the white people.
I'm sorry.
Let's get back on to sellouts. Dr. Umar.
Yes, ma'am. And I would like to respond to him if I may, Sister
And it
Tammi.
wasn't the majority of
Here he go.
whites.
Thank you.
Let's see what his rebuttal is. Jesse Lee Peterson, me personally, he had some solid points. You know, at the end of the day, it is an individualistic mindset. You know, if you want to feel that way, if you think that way, that's what's going to come to you. Whatever is basically manifesting. You basically manifesting that energy. So if it come to you, you can't be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like what?
Go ahead, Dr.
I want to clarify something when we talk about racism. Racism is not an individual personality fault.
It doesn't
of white
exist,
people.
man.
Racism is not about individual personality. Racism is about systemic injustice, systemic bias, systemic disproportionality, systemic discrimination. You do not opt out of racism.
Dumb.
All white people benefit from and participate in racism. So whether your ancestors owned black people or not is irrelevant. And the reason it is irrelevant, Sister Tammi, is because even if your ancestors didn't own black people, they worked at a job that was created because of the enslavement of black people. So there's no such thing as slavery did not impact my family. Just like in today's America, all white people benefit from the mass incarceration of black people. They benefit from the miseducation of black children. They benefit from the police brutality against black people. So I want to make sure we are clear.
What you're saying
Racism is not about individual white.
Wait. How do anybody benefit from somebody else that don't relate to them, that don't know them, going to prison? Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I watched one Umar video. It's been going crazy. Umar has solid points, but this point right here, I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding simply for that fact.
People
But what you're saying is a lie.
Racism is about the system of racism
That's a
that
lie.
controls opportunities and resources, Sister Tammi. Racism is not about the attitude. It's about the control of resources and opportunities.
Tammi, that is not true.
I feel like it's not true for the simple fact that if you saying that is the system itself, nobody will be beating the system that's not white. The system is getting beat. There's black people in Forbes list, bro. Now there's black people, Asian, not just white people. That's rich as fuck now. Now, if it wasn't none and it wasn't none getting rich, it was a none getting opportunities, then I could agree with you that it's a system. But it can't be the system, fam, if it is people breaking through. And all you got to do to break through is do what you like, focus in, grind in, you know what I'm saying? Grind hard. That's all you got to do. So that's how I feel about it. Let me know how y'all feel, though.
This is why we have to, we must get to know ourselves so that we can overcome that fallen state. Dr. Umar is evil for putting out a lie like that lies like that because people are going to believe in it.
Let's refrain from calling people names.
Okay, but he's not telling the truth.
We have to refrain, Sister Tammi, but at the same time,
He is
I
evil.
think it's important that we understand the difference between the Negro and the coon. Sister Tammi, this is a very important distinction that has to be made. The is innocent in his ignorance, Sister Tammi. As Brother Michael said earlier, some people make mistakes against the race unknowingly. If you make a mistake against the race unknowingly, that was are innocent. They think white people are more intelligent. They think Jesus is black because they haven't been taught any better. But a coon knows better. But the coon voluntarily identifies with his oppressor because there is an agenda that he's looking to get filled. And the sad thing about Jesse Lee Peterson is he is too old to be cooning at this point in his life. And the fact that he claims to be a man of God doing the devil's work makes him a total hypocrite.
But Tammi, you know what I just want to add to that? To hear Dr. Umar and the other man to speak this way.
That's Michael.
Is Michael, sorry. To hear Michael and Dr. Umar speak this way is abnormal for men. Normally, men, when I was growing up, they had logical mindset. But today's black man has an illogical mindset because he thinks like a woman. He has not overcome the spirit of the woman and returned to the logical mindset of the
I know. Umar, hey, he wasn't going to wait for that. I know that will hit him in the chest. Hey, I know that bitch hit him like Mike Tyson, motherfucker. He said, oh, he had to wake up. He just called me. He just compared me to a woman. Hey, that's the one insult you could do to anybody. It don't matter what kind of shield you got up. That insult is going to get you. Let's see what Umar say, man. He couldn't wait for this one. Meanwhile, he said he acted like a woman and he butting in on his conversation mid-sentence like a woman would do. Let's get into it.
Not overcome the spirit of the woman and return to the logical mindset.
There is nothing more effeminate than a white man defending a white power structure against black people. There is nothing more effeminate than a black man defending a white power structure against black people.
Hey, why are you speaking? Hold on.
You are politically effeminate, Jesse Lee Peterson.
In their mind.
You are politically effeminate.
Women are illogical.
You are
in their
politically
mindset, right?
effeminate.
Why are you
You are defending the white power structure against your own people while you claim to be a man of God. You are a disgrace to your race, sir. You are a disgrace to your race.
And
one's acting calm, one's irrational. He said he had an illogical mindset. What is I don't know. Maybe one is right. Maybe the other is wrong. I don't know.
And so normally
Dr. Umar,
the men with the logical mindset would bring the women and children to a logical mindset to help them to overcome. But now the black men, not all but most, they think like their mothers and grandmothers. So they all think just like women, and that's why you can't get it right.
So indicting racism makes you a woman.
Because what Jesse Lee Peterson is basically telling you to get right as a man or as whatever you is, whatever gender you are. Whatever you are, get right. Focus on your mindset. Get your mindset right. Focus in, lock in, and live life how you supposed to live life. Umar basically telling you that it's no way that you're going to be able to do that as a man because we have to change the whole system in which we live under. Nigga, you never changing the whole fucking system. It's not happening. The system been going on for so fucking long, bro. You cannot change the system. You have to learn how to beat it. It's been hella people that beat it. So it's possible to beat it. We see it. Everybody on this podcast has beat that system. If you got a job, bro, you basically beating the system already. Because back then we couldn't even get jobs. That's like, if anybody has a bigger issue to talk about how fair shit is, it's no gender or race that could say that they could talk about issues that's holding them down. There's none. Even women, like they could go get a job, bro. And they was basically, they had less rights than us when we got our rights free, bro. Them like you know what I'm saying?
And that order is God in Christ, Christ in man, man over woman, and woman over children.
I'm not interested in a religious interpretation of racism.
Today's black woman is over the men. And
it is a mistake to use religion to interpret political phenomena.
That's why
we're going to take a quick break and we'll come right back on the Tammi McFay Show on Fox Soul. Let's take a quick break. We'll come right back. Would you consider them sellouts?
Who?
Steve Harvey and there's another one I'm thinking of. But
I wouldn't consider Steve Harvey a sellout as strictly as I would consider a Shaquille O'Neal, a Charles Barkley, and a Kendrick Perkins sellout. And the reason I'm drawing a distinction is whenever Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, and Kendrick Perkins open their mouth on issues involving black people, they always take the side of the white power structure. Whereas with Steve Harvey, I have seen some attempts by him to defend the integrity of black people. It's not often. I'm not even going to say it's acceptable, but there is levels to the kingdom. There's levels to the kingdom. So even though they are all sellouts, you have your grade A like Jesse Lee Peterson and Charles Barkley, and then you have your grade B, which would be like a Kendrick Perkins and a Shaq, and then you have your grade C, which would be like a Steve Harvey. So there's levels to the category. Kingdom. Say again.
But you do put him in the kingdom.
I would put Steve Harvey in the kingdom, but he wouldn't be grade A like Jesse Lee Peterson and Charles Barkley. And the other thing I wanted to say quickly, Tammy, with Kim Kardashian, that was a perfect example of racism on the part of the white power structure who says, I would rather hear a white woman articulate the issues of incarcerated Black females. Now, you have hundreds of Black women who fight for the liberation of incarcerated sisters every day. I can run off organizations all day long, but instead of meeting with Black women who are in the trenches doing the work, we are instead going to let a privileged white woman articulate the issues for Black people. And Sister Tammi, that was dangerous that Black women supported Kim Kardashian being their mouthpiece, because what it does is it reinforces an old stereotype that Black people are not intellectually sound enough to articulate their own issues and that they need a white person to do it. We should never celebrate a white person being selected to represent our issues. It should always be someone who looks like us.
Fam, them are celebrities. Umar, I know you smarter than this, bro. You cannot be comparing celebrities talking on a public show to the issues that we really face internally. Any issues that we face internally can be solved by us alone, because it's an eternal problem. Kim Kardashian is not going to solve your problem for you. What is he talking about? Then he gonna talk about the black women is in jail, that there's movements for that. Do we really got movements to get Black women out of the jail that committed crimes, that got found guilty? We got movements for that, but we don't got movements to teach these women to stop relying on child support and food stamps. We got movements like that, but we don't got movements to educate the Black community on how to actually be men and women. My nigga. Seriously. That's the point. That's the point.
That should be a part of the code.
That should be part of the code.
Go ahead, Michael. Jesse, we're coming right to you. Go ahead, Michael.
Just a quick clarification. I didn't say I wouldn't go to meet with Trump. I said I wouldn't go by myself. I would go with a group of people a group of African Americans who have a political agenda, who have an agenda to get something for our people. I wouldn't just go by myself, and I wouldn't go for a photo op.
Absolutely. Reverend Jesse.
My nigga, he don't even want you. No disrespect.
Yes. You're a part of the Coon King.
We don't want you to speak for us either. Would y'all let Dr. Umar or Jesse Lee Peterson speak for y'all if y'all really wanted something for the community on the educational wise? Know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people would say Dr. Umar. I know a lot of people would say Jesse Lee Peterson. Me personally, I wouldn't say neither of them. I would say me personally go up there. You get what I'm saying? Because, hey, both of these motherfuckers got their own opinions. I got my own opinion too. Most of y'all probably don't even rock with me all the way 100% either. But most of the shit I say y'all fuck with, so y'all fuck with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, 99% of the shit I say, you not going to agree with. And that's life though, because we all got opinions. But just know I'm going to respect your opinion, so respect mine. You feel me?
Kingdom, he says. That's
right. You know, you just heard the voice of a beta male. That made no sense of what the doctor said and what Michael said. It's sad to see that most Black people believe that they're all the same because of their color. They're not looking at them, their true self. They are a spirit created in the image of God. They don't know that. They're going by colors. And so they're all in the same pot, headed down to the road to destruction.
Reverend Jesse, I want to ask you.
Donald Trump was the best thing that ever happened to Black Americans, because Donald Trump did not see colors. He saw colors, but he wasn't into the color thing. He was into what is right. And that's why he was able to help Black people more so than any other president that we have had in the last, I don't know how many years, right? Obama was the worst, by the way, but Donald Trump was the best. I call him the great white hope because he made America great again. Black people went to work. They started buying homes and starting families and things like that because of Donald Trump. But these people like Dr.Umar and Michael, they're into their color. They're in a fallen state. They're weak males, and they cannot see. They can't see that Donald Trump was a man of God.
I ain't gonna defend Trump or nothing, but the thing is that people like Umar and this Michael dude, you can obviously tell they the type that if that bill don't say Black people on it, they think it's not helping them. But I mean, small business loans, anybody can get it. That's in turn helping Black people. But it's not only helping Black people, it's helping everybody. But just because it don't got the Black name on it, oh, now it's not for Black people. Yeah, it's making your life easier. So it's not just for Black people. The thing about Black people is we be trying to exclude ourselves from everybody. Don't nobody else worry about that shit. Don't nobody be like, oh, it's on, like, bro, like, why we always trying to exclude ourselves from somewhere, make it seem like, oh no, we need bills for us. We need, like, bro, eat what you can eat on and take it and run with it and get rich, my nigga. It's simple. Don't think too much about it. Don't overdo your part. Don't overplay your part. Stay in your lane but be the best in your lane, bro. Take advantage of every situation that you get. Keep it pushing, keep it moving. Any L you take, eat that up. Eat a L, eat a L. Like to eat the W, nigga.
Hey, I want everybody to look at me. I'm going to pass it to corn after I say one thing. Let's go. That's a W. Let's eat one.
Like, I'm being real with you. Like, just eat that shit up. It's simple.
He was a conservative, Christian, straight white man who loved what's right. And he wasn't into the color. That's why Kanye West and other Black men and women who met with the president, they respected him because he was not into color. He gave Black university more money than anybody else.
He did.
And all they did was misuse it. He did more to help the Blacks than anyone else.
Hey, he did give HBCUs and other minority colleges a whole lot of a boost to funding. You know what I'm saying? He did it for all colleges as well, but he did pick up that boost on the HBCUs and other minority colleges. You know what I'm saying? He did. There ain't no other president do that, bro.
We're going to take a quick break and come right back on the Tammi McLeod Show on Fox Soul.
Okay.
I'm just like, oh my God, my third grader needs a training bra. What the hell?
Sell out. Black is sell out. The Tammi McLeod Show on Fox Soul. Tonight, the business. Welcome back to the Tammi McLeod Show on Fox Soul. Tonight, the business of being Black is sell out. Sell out. I want to take something really, really basic and ask if it's a sellout perspective. Working for a white company, is that a sellout perspective, Michael?
You should have asked Umar first. I don't give a fuck.
Can I address what I was going to say before the break right quick?
Absolutely.
And go to that question. So a lot of people.
Oh my God, what's up with y'all? I gotta talk about that. I can't let him have the last word on the last topic. I gotta say the last word. Well,
people like to talk about the money and they say Donald Trump gave to HBCUs. Okay, that was Representative Alma Adams' bill. Okay, that bill passed, but another Black woman that doesn't get credit. White people take the credit for what she did.
Stop
that bill
worshiping
passed,
the Black woman, man.
That bill passed the House of Representatives. That bill, please, sir, don't interrupt me. I didn't interrupt you.
Don't make
that bill passed the House of Representatives. It passed the U.S. Senate. It had a veto-proof majority in both the House and the Senate, which means even if Trump vetoed the bill, the Congress would have overrode his veto and it still would have become law. Okay, so
okay, I mean that's facts. Even if he would have vetoed, it still would have came in. He didn't veto, but also, why was he the first president that ever gave boost to HBCUs? Under his term, that happened. It didn't happen under no other term. We was under Democratic control for 12 years straight, or 8 years, 12 years straight before that. They did never sign a bill into sit in like that. Actually, you can't even name a bill that they signed in that they made for black people, but not even that helped black people even without the bill being made for black people. They didn't sign nothing that benefited black people. Jesse Lee Peterson literally named what helped the black people during Trump's term. That helped the black people during his term. And he's still saying something about it wasn't even him though. It was under his term, a Republican's term. If Republicans in the House of Senate, in the House of Representatives and the Senate, what are you thinking? Does it not make sense? Come on, bro. Open your mind a little bit, Michael.
So some people want to give Trump all the credit for that. That was her bill, and she gets no credit for that.
It was a bipartisan bill. It was going to pass through anyway.
And not only was it going to pass, it had a veto-proof majority. So regardless of what he did, it was still going to become law. Going to work for white people. I've worked for white corporations. I work for African-American-owned businesses. Somebody who's trying to take care of their family, be responsible, take care of their family. If they work for a white corporation, or a white company or something like that, I don't look at them, okay, you're a sellout because you work for a white company. Now, if they are, I don't want to use certain terms, if they are putting on a minstrel show at work, see, that's something different, okay? You can work for a white company, but not put on a minstrel show. Just because somebody works for a white corporation, the other thing is, when we look at these corporations, General Motors, I live here in Detroit. Lived in Detroit almost 50 years. I'll be 50 in June. General Motors, Ford, Chrysler. The money we spent on GM cars, all that stuff, we paid for all those jobs. So as far as I'm concerned, we should have jobs at all different levels of these companies that we spend money with, but bring that money back to the African American community.
You guys need to stop begging, man.
Bring that money back to the black people. Please, sir, don't interrupt.
Talk about
bring.
I do agree though. It's like, bro. We don't have ownership into those things because we wasn't fluent back then. We wasn't affluent back then, bro. Some of these things you have to give time. Now you see more people coming up to those companies as black. I don't know why people fail to understand that we're still at the beginning of our history as black Americans. We don't have a history past America, bro. What we're known for, we are black Americans. This is our first damn near shot at history. We could write our own. We're writing our own history right now as black Americans, bro. You get what I'm saying? So like, you can't be like, we don't have nobody in the, bro. We just got freed from motherfucking slavery, fam. Every race had to fight through slavery, nigga. We the newest race. That's all, bro. That's it. We black Americans. We not African Americans. We not from Africa. We not from Europe, nigga. We're actually black Americans. We was our race of everybody who we know in America right now that's black is most likely black American, and they was either brought here or their history was destroyed. That's why we have no ancestor history, because that shit was destroyed. Our history starts when we was born here. Literally. We're black Americans. We just at the beginning of our lives, bro. Of our history. Other races got, nigga, tens of billions of years, millions of years, bro. We only got up until America was founded, fam. Literally. And then not even till then, because we got until slavery was really free. That's the beginning of our history for real. Because we couldn't make no history while we were slaves. Come on now. That's common sense. So of course it's going to be kind of rocky right now. All these other races got years and years and years of head starts on us, bro.
Yield, Jesse.
Michael, stop begging.
Bring that money back to the African American community.
Stop begging, Michael.
And
make some stuff that we could bring it back to. Make some stores that we could spend with. Make some food, you know what I'm saying? Get some food spots that we could spend money with. Get some stuff that we could spend the money on, and I bet you people gonna spend money on it.
And you utilize that money to help empower African Americans.
Like people be talking about bringing the money back to the community. What community we bringing it back to if it ain't nothing in the community to do with? What we gonna do? Just hand out money? Like what? You have to build the institutions first to start to get the money to come in. That's why 50 Cent moved to Shreveport, Louisiana. that community out there that's going to bring so much motherfucking motion out there, money and opportunity. You should get you, bro. If you black right now, or you in Louisiana, anywhere new in Louisiana, you could really move to Shreveport, start your line of business in Shreveport, and you will feel that. You will capitalize on them income gains.
On businesses also. Okay?
Michael, men don't beg. Stop doing that.
Please, sir, don't interrupt me.
You're begging, man.
I'm holding back on you because I respect my elders.
You holding back?
Stop begging, Michael. What men do?
I'm not begging.
Men make things happen. They don't beg. They don't beg.
Jesse, you wouldn't know a man if you met one.
They don't want reparations. They make their
what
way.
kind of insult is that?
When I was growing up, they made their way. They didn't beg the white man for anything because they
didn't. It's not begging white people. Wait a second.
White men were superior.
If you go back to if you look at the Homestead Act in 1862, that was a massive land giveaway of 245 million acres of land.
Lock in. This dude over here talking about something completely unrelated to what you talk about, bro. He talk about the white people gave these people $1 million. Holocaust, they got $10,000 a month. All these other dudes got something. We don't get. Okay. Tell your kids to lock in. Educate yourselves on the issues and fix your personal issues. Fix those issues in your life. And guess how your life gonna turn out? It's simple, bro. What you gonna do? Go back in time and make the white, like, what you gonna do? You gonna go back in time and fight the white people, make sure they don't capture us from Africa? Newsflash, nigga. We were slaves in Africa, nigga. So you gonna come back in time to be slaves in Africa, which was way worse than what was getting here. Way worse. So you want to go back to them times. All right. You know what? That's actually the video, man. Bro tripping. He the worst one. Umar second. I fuck with Jesse Lee Peterson the most on this big because at the end of the day, this is all a mentality thing. But this motherfucker right here, I thought Umar was bad. These motherfuckers start talking and they got it. Hey. I see why he not even relevant. You get what I'm saying? Maybe he was relevant back then when this interview came out 2 years ago. Now he's not. And I see why. Because what is Buddy talking about? But without further ado, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all enjoyed this video, man, there's going to be another video right here. So I hope y'all click it, man. If not, I got 2 more options right here you can click. That's 3 options. You got to click one. But if not, man, make sure you subscribe before you click off. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch up there, man. Twitch, I stream down there every day. So make sure you tune in to me, man. Without further ado, it's been your boy Vick Reacts, man. Peace.